welcome to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. And like Voltron, we have all returned together. All four of us are here for the first time in a long time. I'm not even going to do the ramble. You all know what's going on in the sport right now. Everybody, this is Serena. This is DPG. This is James. I am FC Neo Tokyo. And everybody, how are we doing this evening? Perfect.
Hell of a night, man.
No.
Weird day.
So, I will say,
Okay.
let's just put it this way. America's thoughts are up and down lately, which brings us to the U.S. men's national team, which had a couple games this week.
Speaking of ups and downs.
Yes. So
Speaking of ups and downs, wow. I mean, talking about going from the deplorable lows against South Korea to the seeming highs, at least on Twitter, for some of these fans against the U.S. win against Japan. I mean, you'd think like they're going to win the World Cup again.
Yeah, like if all the World Cup is against B teams or C teams, I think we're gonna be golden.
So you brought up the elephant in the room there, but so James, when you brought up the lows, South Korea was the first game. Heung-min Son, first goal, just right, proving that he's better than anyone else on Tottenham. I don't know if you guys saw FIFA drop the numbers for the new game, and he was rated higher than any player that's on Tottenham. But anyway, I digress. James or DPG, we haven't heard from you. How did you feel after the South Korea game? Because
I didn't watch the game. I saw the scoreline and I'm like, oh, I guess the ship's still sinking. It's I did see the lineup and I was like, oh, no, okay, so now they have Pulisic. Let's see what magic could happen. Guess no magic happened against South Korea, but as you guys mentioned, somehow they beat Japan.
Well, it's funny. You said the word lineup. And quite literally before everybody was on, I told Serena, I was like, man, if you would have told me what lineup was what, I would have guessed we would have played way better against South Korea, which is funny because they obviously didn't. James, did you watch the game? I'm guessing no. James has got football on the brain lately.
I've had so much football on the brain, but I watched the highlights.
The
pay attention
lowlights.
to the quotes after.
Well,
and
Tyler Adams apparently has been saying the same thing for quite some time about them needing to learn lessons. I mean, I guess it's stuck. I mean, I don't know. Same thing. We were not. None of us were excited about this game. I didn't watch it. We all watched the highlights. We've all heard people talking about it.
I watched a little bit of it. I will say I watched it in passing. We had it on. We had people over for a party at our house, and we had the TV on outside. And so I did watch parts of it. I watched the 2 Korea goals, and it just looked so from the US. I just looked so disconnected. It's like they didn't even know each other. Like they were just our players were not interacting with like they knew each other at all. So it looked better.
It's a hell of a time. Game. It's a hell of a time to be learning lessons this late in the game when the World Cup's just around the corner. Which, by the way, tickets went on sale today. If anybody cared, I know.
Not even on sale. They went on like fake pre sale.
Yeah. I'm like, I told my
you to register your interest to potentially be able to be selected to get
Didn't
tickets.
I already register my interest?
Yeah, I remember you guys doing it live on the show.
Here's my philosophy behind all that. I'm not gonna buy a ticket until I find out who's playing. Like, I don't want. I get it. It's the World Cup, and it's just about being part of it. But like, I really want to go to a game that I kind of have some interest in. I just don't want to watch random teams that I have no interest in.
Well,
I do, but I also don't want to pay $6,000 to see like the US play or whatever.
Yeah,
I'd be fine just seeing Burkina Faso or something.
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts about even going right now. Like, it's just like,
well, the dynamic pricing.
A lot of it seems like a lot of bullshit. Although there might be certain circumstances that might work out in my favor that might make it a lot more feasible.
But end up in Kansas City.
there is Kansas City, Toronto,
Dallas,
Miami.
Toronto.
I think Miami would be very fun.
So wait, for you guys that were thinking about going, would you not just buy whatever ticket you could and then hope that you could almost do a ticket swap on the market for a game you want to go to?
No, because
because
I wouldn't
like, you
do
just
that.
buy up what you can, and then other people want to go to the game you've got. They don't want to go see the U.S. You know.
So
the U.S.
My thing is that we're gonna have a bunch of World Cup games that are not gonna be sold out. That's a given.
It's true.
You might have games that might. Yeah, you
Fun game to
might
go
have
to,
games.
though, still.
Yeah, I mean, you might have games that might have like half a stadium, you know, because it's two random teams that are playing.
Well,
Yeah.
If it's like someone random, really random, like yeah.
It's 48 teams that we're talking about here, not 32.
Yeah, and some of
38.
these countries are small, like population wise, even in their own countries.
And
so,
they're gonna price,
like,
they're gonna price everybody out. Like it.
Yeah.
Like you might actually get to see Cape Verde make the World Cup. Like,
Exactly.
You know,
I mean,
think
is that
Jordan
not
made the
cool,
world.
though?
Jordan made the.
I think
I'm
I'd
sure it's
go.
cool. I mean, I might watch the game. Like, hey, let's see the team that practically knocked out Cameroon is kicking out of Cameroon out of the World Cup. You know, but you get what I'm saying. Is like, unless you have some sort of connection with that team, it's hard to convince somebody to spend over $100 on a ticket to see teams that they have no interest in. You know,
I would say I'd be willing to see random teams if it's like a real steal,
like dirt
of a
cheap
price.
or something like
if,
that.
If exactly, if the risk is like, and this is not going to happen, but if they're like, you know, $48 and you don't really know who you're going to see, but it's just that's like what you get, and it's kind of just a fun experience. Sure, if it's over 100 and I don't know who I'm going to see, obviously the risk is higher and the reward is lower, and so I'm just probably not going to do that. But I will say, if this last week and weekend of watching random qualifying games whenever they were on has proven anything, is that I will watch literally anybody play anybody.
This is the first. This is actually. It's funny you mentioned that, because this is the first weekend where. You know how I feel about the Chicago Fire. Like,
they're number one.
That was the less. Yeah, that was the less interesting game. The least interesting game for me to watch this week.
No.
Yeah.
Because of
Bears
WCQ. I did watch the Bears though. I did watch the Bears games. I was watching the Bears game and I had my iPad on Paramount Plus. So it's the Chicago Fire. I watched the game, by the way. I'm not saying I didn't watch the game. I did watch the Fire game. But what I'm saying is that in my mind, that was the least interesting game that I was more or less worried about. Like I was like kind of glued to the WCQ. Like I was like, man, I want to watch this.
Well, like
did
you watch US versus Japan?
No, I did not watch.
I did.
See, I watched that one, and then so did you watch Honduras?
I watched both games from Honduras, on top of every other WCQ game. Panama versus Guatemala, Panama versus what was they playing against? Was it a Curacao?
Curacao?
Was it Curacao? No. Curaçao's in Group B. Who's the other island? Who's the Caribbean at? Is it Curacao?
It's okay. I'll
Suriname.
cut this out.
Suriname.
It was God, I should have helped you with that. I watched that game.
So, and there's
Panama versus Guatemala. Panama versus Guatemala was amazing. His name. He was like the left back playing. I think Jose Morales, maybe. I don't know if you saw him. He had the headband on, and he was just like covered in mud in a way that, and like you keep watching these scenes at the end, and he would like. The ball would be over here, and he would just come flying in, fully horizontal, like sliding in, and just like it was amazing. I was like, he was like up with the ball at the front at some points. It was awesome.
So
they are good fun.
Everybody's fighting hard.
So here's the thing, and then I think this is kind of what's gonna be going forward. This is I don't want to get into the WCQ segment if we're not there yet. But
you know what?
I'll bring it up.
Okay? So we'll force this here so we can get to World Cup qualifiers. Japan, US, like complete night and day from the South Korean game. Obviously, we didn't get to come on here and do the whole sky is falling bit like everybody else usually does, but like it was that like everybody was in the toilet with morale, like as far as commentators,
even
fans.
Seriously, the commentators. Oh my god, I was watching this and I was like, guys, you gotta like at least act like you're like
who was commentating? Who was commentating? Do you guys know?
Or not even commentating. It was like the sideline guys, like who are doing the pre-match. It was like whoever that was for are, and they're all like, yeah, it's not looking good. Like unless the U.S. get off to like an amazing start in the first 5 minutes, like this is gonna go down the toilet. Like this is horrible.
Yeah, everybody was not looking forward.
Got a lot of work to do.
Do you think they have found their number 9 in Sendejas?
No. He looks
Sendejas.
good.
No.
Yeah, not number 9, but he looked good wherever he was.
Well, he was. I would call him on the wing, right?
He's a striker, isn't it? He's a winger or a striker?
No, I always thought he's on the wing because Balogun started.
Yeah, Balogun
had a hell of a game.
Who also looked good, yeah.
Yeah, he looked good, I should say. Zendejas, yeah. Oh my God, that volley, dude, that was amazing.
It's crazy because like I know Toke, you were high on Josh Sargent, but I think these two other guys might be better off on that job.
Oh,
Sargent started the season hot in championship, but
not for the national team.
Yeah, no, he has not. What's the meme? He hasn't scored since 2019, right? So like,
wow,
like, but he's killing it. He like if he does what he's been doing the last 2 seasons at Norwich for like, let's just say the next 10 years, he'll have a fucking statue. So like, it just isn't translating.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You have club guys and you have national team guys that for whatever reason, the club guys will be amazing for the club team, but when it comes to national team, they just silent. And then vice versa. The national team guys, you can have a striker on the national team that could score every game on a World Cup qualifier, but then when it comes to their club ball, they only scored 2 goals in the whole season or something like that. It's a weird like situation.
Some guys are better at just being, having to come in, do a job, and then leave. Not really have to build that foundation, and some guys are the opposite. I would imagine most people are the opposite, but some guys, yeah.
So these FIFA World Cup CONCACAF qualifiers are happening right now, right? And Panama has 2 ties. They're sitting in third. So Panama might not make it.
So
James catching up.
We're
going to get to that, James. We're going to get to that.
Okay.
We're going to get to that. We'll get to the qualifiers, I promise, because that's what I want to talk about.
You guys have no idea of the spicy shit that these media teams from these countries or YouTubers that are soccer analysts from these countries are throwing out there, bro. It's some spicy shit, man. I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right, well, hold on. I just want to say one thing, then we'll move on. Because the U.S. won, everybody's happy. Like, all the commentators now is like, Pochettino's got this figured out. This is the World Cup. This is
no,
11.
He doesn't.
But,
he doesn't.
We got lucky.
We did. Serena said, well, we played a B team against Japan. So you brought that up to start with, Serena. But you said something just a second ago. I really killed me. You said some guys are just good getting called in to do like a job and don't need to build anything. And that is 100 billion% what Christian Roldan was brought in to do, and what exactly Christian Roldan did, and why he probably just now got himself a place on the World Cup roster from Pochettino for it.
Yeah. There you go.
The controversy behind his brother.
Yeah, let's get his brother. What do you mean he plays somewhere else?
No.
Oh, so
yeah,
okay. So is this
he
the
doesn't
spiciness?
play for some?
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's part of it. But
now let's just taking a break. We've got everybody here still. World Cup qualifiers. Let's start in Concacaf. James, DPG, take it away. Tell me what I'm missing.
Okay. So the qualifier started last week.
I believe so.
The very first game was Panama versus Suriname, and Panama was the heavy favorites, even though they were playing in Suriname on a crappy turf pitch.
Never count.
They
Panama.
tied.
Never.
They tied, And then after that game, the next one was Guatemala versus El Salvador in Guatemala City. Again, Guatemala, based on the whole situation in the Gold Cup where they knocked out Canada, were heavy favorites. Guess what?
God, I forgot about that.
Our boy, Harold Osorio from the Chicago Fire 2 scores the winning goal.
Wow.
For El Salvador.
I did not know that.
For El Salvador.
That's awesome.
Stuns the Guatemalan crowd. And I think prior to the match, the Guatemalan media was hyping their national team so much. They were thinking they were just gonna go in there and just bulldoze and take names and that's it. We're going to the World Cup, and that threw the whole group on its head because nobody expected El Salvador to win. I'm not even gonna mention the Jamaica group because Jamaica's gonna walk into the World Cup.
Really?
When you're stuck with a bunch of
They're 2-0. 2-0 right now.
I saw them.
Hey,
I saw them
baby.
play. I saw them play in Copa America. I saw them live in Las Vegas.
Oh,
They didn't look as good then, but
Toke and I were at the same game. We saw Jamaica.
Well, we saw
take
Jamaica
on,
in Venezuela back in
Jamaica
06.
took Venezuela.
oh really?
2016.
I saw Jamaica, Ecuador.
But here's the thing: Jamaica's group was like Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. I don't even know who the other team is.
Brady.
It's
Oh, no, sorry.
like they're practically gonna walk into the World Cup. They're not even gonna break a sweat qualifying.
Well,
And it's and Curacao. And the crazy
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is that the other teams, they've either gotten beat by Jamaica or they keep tying with each other.
okay. Well, I thought Curacao
So-
was pretty strong.
Now I'm gonna. That's another point I wanted to bring up. Back in the day, I want to say the past couple of cycles of the World Cup qualifying, a lot of these Caribbean teams normally used local league players. The situation now, and this is kind of like a warning, is that, for example, you take a team like Haiti, they're going to France, and they're trying to scout any player that plays in League One and League Two that have Haitian descendancy, and they're calling them up and they're taking those call ups. So if you're a guy that you're playing for a League One team, you're never gonna get called up by France, but then you have Haiti calling you up. They're taking that call.
Oh yeah.
That makes that team
Like Malik
much
Tillman.
stronger.
He's not playing for
Yeah.
Germany, so
Like,
he might as well be.
Same thing with Suriname.
Yeah.
You got Dutch players. If you look at the Suriname team, a lot of those guys went through the Dutch system. They
I mean,
they
we've
play
been
in the
doing
Dutch
that
league.
as the U.S. team for decades.
Yeah,
I mean-
Balogun.
Yeah.
Fucking like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now a lot of these little Caribbean Islanders are calling up players that they might not get called up by Haaland or friends, so they'll take the call up. So now you have a much stronger Suriname, you have a much stronger Haiti, and you have a much stronger Curacao. Because they're just calling anybody. If you have a little bit of Haitian blood or Suriname blood or anything on you, they're calling you up, and there's your chance to make it to the World Cup.
Haiti is not doing too well, though. They are 0-2.
I was just looking. Yeah.
And meanwhile, Honduras is leading the Group C 1-1.
Well, here's the thing. So Haiti right now is playing their games in Curacao on a turf field. So because of the whole political upheaval that's going on in Haiti, they're not playing at home. So for now, they're gonna have their home games in Curacao. I saw and again, I'm not. So in the Honduras group, basically the ones that are going to fight it out for that spot is Honduras and Costa Rica. Costa Rica right now is like
in Concacaf, and that's
Yeah.
not even a joke.
Yeah, Costa Rica right now is like like a Titanic right now. They have 2 draws. They drew against Nicaragua, despite them
That's a
being the
bad
heavy favorites.
Nicaragua team, by the way.
I think out of everybody in that group, they have the least amount of European-based players. They might have only like 1 or 2.
Oh, interesting.
So they tied against Nicaragua, and then they tied it with Nicaragua having a man down because the guy got red carded. And then they tied against Haiti last night when they were up 2-0 at halftime.
Oh,
it got so bad. It got so bad. Haiti literally was leading the game 3-2.
So wait, can I ask a very dumb question?
Yeah.
Was a certain Kaylor Navas still like?
Yes.
He's in net.
He took the penalty. So the goal from the Nicaragua game was a penalty, and he ate that. Like they made that penalty. They tied it up. Kaylor Navas took freaking 3 goals from the same guy last night.
Oh,
the guy had a hat trick.
No.
And out of one of those goals was a bicycle kick.
Damn.
Duckins Nazan. Duckins Nazan is the name.
And here's the thing.
Look this guy up. Duckins.
The guy that's coaching so it's funny because I see a lot of our former Fire players on the Costa Rican team, like every Lasseter right now is eating shit right now from the Costa Rican media.
Really?
Because they were saying that they're mad at him because that last play should have been a cross instead of him trying to it was a free kick. And instead of doing a cross,
that was Ari Lasseter. I saw this. And he's like,
it was Ari Lasseter.
Oh
Kaylor Navas after the game chewed his ass out, and the press called for his head. Not only his head, but they also called for their head coach's head, which happened to be Piojo Herrera. He used to coach Mexico. He's the guy that they made a meme of him, like when he used to coach America, where he gets really hyped up and he turns into like Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's him.
I didn't know. Thank you.
So,
I need that in my life.
So right now the Costa Rican media is like losing it. Like they want this man fired. The problem is that you're gonna fire a head coach in the middle of World Cup qualifiers when the next games are next month. The next games it's gonna be against Honduras in Honduras.
Hold on, before we get to that, the actual meat of the schedule, I have to ask a question, and anyone can answer if they know this. Because the U.S. is already qualified, I have gave fuck all about what the format is. So how far along are we, and what happens? Who gets qualified?
There's 3 groups right now.
A lot of people already are qualified.
Yeah, there's 3 groups right now. There's Group A, Group B, Group C. The winner of each group goes to the World Cup.
Okay.
The 2 best runner-ups from all 3 groups, just the 2 of them, they go to an intercontinental playoff system.
Oh, versus what's their nuts
like
South
the last
America?
like Bolivia, some team from Oceania. So yes, they go through that. Group A right now, I think the one that's sitting on top at Group A is Suriname.
Yes.
They beat El Salvador. It's change of fortunes here. El Salvador beats Guatemala. El Salvador hosts Suriname. Suriname beats them 2-1. Suriname's on top of the group. Right below them is El Salvador, and then below them it's Panama, and then below that is Guatemala.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 points. It's literally like that.
Dang.
It's 4, 3, 2, 1 points. So that's a really tight group.
That's the group of death. Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even gonna bring up Jamaica's group because they're walking.
So hold on. Before I want a Honduras story, but I also want to know what happened with because Serena typed in the group chat that something funny happened with a German team, and then apparently Ireland's already out, and then I definitely want to talk about Nigeria. So DPG, what is the so? Let's do DPG's Honduras corner and then Serena's European qualifying corner.
All right. So, again, I mentioned this before. The Honduran national team, their golden age has passed them by. They never, for whatever reason, they were never able to kind of continue that. There was no more Carlos Pavon. There was no more Amado Guevara. There was no more Wilson Palacios. And there's no more David Suazo. And these were guys that were playing in Tottenham, Inter Milan. You know, we had guys that were playing in Birmingham. We had guys that were playing in Roma. So
and then the rest of the team was rounded out by MLS guys.
MLS guys, or even guys that are playing in random leagues like in Poland. Now, it's not that way anymore. A lot of we have a mixed bag. We have MLS guys. I think the whole back line, except for the one center back, is MLS. So you had Andy Nahar and Joseph Rosales on each side, and then
Andy Nahar getting
you know,
long in the
Maldonado.
tooth.
Yeah, and in the midfield, you have basically a bunch of like local league guys, except for Davy Flores or Karen Arriaga, who used to play for Minnesota, and now he ended up in the first division team in Spain. Go figure. And then at top, you have Luis Palma, who was playing in Celtic. Now he's playing in Poland. And then you have
lateral move or a step down.
I think it's a slight step down.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
And then you have Romel Kyoto, which again used to play for Houston. He plays in Saudi Arabia.
Kyoto.
And then Anthony Lozano, who he used to play in Spain. Now he plays for Santo Laguna. So we don't have like the same magic we had 10 years ago. And I'm not sold on this team. I honestly think that this team is probably going to go to the playoff. Like, even though unless Honduras beats Costa Rica and then beats Haiti in the next 2 games, I'm not gonna start dreaming. Like, I'm not gonna buy the Kool-Aid. I've seen this team collapse multiple times. I'm not, there's nobody on this team that can make magic happen, that can have like an explosive magic, make magic work. And they didn't play like the best football ever last night. They played sloppy.
Bad, though. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad.
It started sloppy.
They dominated.
It started sloppy, but it got better.
Yeah. They dominated most of the game. They just couldn't, for whatever reason, they were having a hard time just to shoot the ball at the net.
Wait a second. You said that they had nobody capable of magic out there. They had Pulisic out there.
No, he's talking about Honduras.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So they were sloppy out there last night. And here's the crazy thing. There's a kid that plays for Inter Miami, David Ruiz. And he came on, and he was injured in 5 minutes.
Oh.
No.
And this was like in the 80th something minute.
Oh, no.
Here's the problem. The head coach for the national team used up all his subs. So Honduras was playing with a man down for like the last 7 or 8 minutes.
That's
and
funny because that's literally when I went to bed. Was like before this shit went down.
Yeah, and then surprisingly, they scored a goal.
Yeah, because
I don't know what happened.
Minute, right?
Vega.
Yeah. Okay, so like the Nicaraguan defense like fell asleep, and the guy chests the ball to his goalkeeper, and then instead of getting it to the goalkeeper, like an Honduran attacker just like chipped it over the goalkeeper, and that was it. It. It's sloppy, but like I've seen Costa Rica pull itself up from like disastrous results more often than I've seen Honduras actually like make magic happen. But like I'm like wondering if whether or not Costa Rica is actually gonna. I won't be surprised if Costa Rica beats Honduras 1-0 in San Pedro Sula.
DPG, it's time to dream, brother. It's time to dream.
Nah, man.
Where's the positivity? Where's the hope?
There's no positivity, man. If you know when it was positivity, and Josie Altidore, U.S. men's national team, back in 2014, and when a Honduran player had a nice bicycle kick on freaking must
have been Howard.
The fuck's it? It wasn't Howard. It was the bald guy after Howard. I forgot his name. Guzan, yes. Guzan just stood there frozen, covering his mouth. He couldn't believe it.
I still think it's time for you to dream and to believe.
No, man, nah. You know when I'll dream? When Honduras has 6 points in the bag next round, and they're going into Nicaragua just needing a draw to qualify.
All right.
That's when I'll dream. That's when I'll dream, bro.
All right.
All right.
Well,
and Serena, I still got my Gatorade Gate story.
So, Serena, tell me when I can dream about a day when the German national team doesn't make the World Cup.
I mean, I may eat my words later. It would be crazy. I do still think they're gonna. I mean, yeah, they beat Northern Ireland, but it didn't look like it. It looked shaky. They were tied at after half, so the first half was like also bad. It was the same as Slovakia, where they played against Slovakia, and they just looked horrible. they did pull it off at the end. But I think they're third in their group. So it's not, the automatic qualification is probably not going to happen. And it's just embarrassing. They should be at the top. I mean, they should be at the very top of the group. It's Slovakia, Northern Ireland, and Germany.
So
this World Cup,
question.
This World Cup's a lot of surprises, though. Kosovo beat Sweden yesterday.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
With Isak
2-0.
and Gyökeres, yeah.
No
2-0.
way.
Kosovo beat Sweden.
Dang, man. What a result. That's the kind of stuff I love seeing. Now, is Kosovo on the come up, or is this just like crazy?
It might be a little bit of both.
Okay.
But keep in mind also, Erling Haaland had like 5 goals yesterday, beating Moldova.
Dude, they won. What was it, like 11-1? Because there's another cat that had 4.
Yeah.
Like so.
And you were telling me that you posted that X story where they were saying that Erling Haaland was apologizing. That's very gentleman-like of him. Oh yeah, I scored a goal. My bad, bro. It's just I got to do my job.
Yeah, he was like, I'm sorry, we need the goal difference. Like probably after the 4th goal, you are like, shit, I feel like a real asshole. I'm just like dunking on this guy.
They do. They're leading the entire qualifying with goals for with 24.
Jeez.
Yeah, 11 goals in one game.
All right, so
hold
on.
The next closest is 17 from Croatia.
Wow.
Damn. All right, I want to ask you
17.
something, James. I want to get you involved real quick here because we haven't heard from you enough. Erling Haaland to me does not look like the physical specimen that can score that many goals and the way he does even in the Premiership. Like,
have you ever stood next to Erling Haaland?
No, I know he's tall, but he doesn't seem big.
Well, what's your prototype? Like Cristiano Ronaldo, like muscle and fit and skinny and shit?
I mean, maybe
the Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, if Haaland isn't big, who is? I mean, the guy is huge.
Like
he's 6 foot huge.
Well, yeah, he's tall. I just didn't feel like he was ripped up enough. I honestly
I get what you're saying. There's certain guys that fill in the position perfectly. Like remember Oliver Kahn as goalkeeper? Like that guy had a pissed off face. Like good luck trying to score on that angry face over there. You know?
Yes.
I find it more surprising sometimes that he plays his role so well because he's so big. Like he doesn't seem like he'd be agile at all because he's so huge. And when he's like tapping in goals, sure, like you don't need to be.
He's the opposite of
running around and like he had a lot of field. I only watched the highlights, but from what I saw.
So basically, what you're saying that he's the opposite of Peter Crouch. Like he's
dude,
like he's a much better version of what Peter Crouch should have been.
I don't say better.
Oh my God! It's funny you brought him up. Apparently, he lost his like fantasy team thing, and the punishment was he was like one of the kids during a walk out of like a 4th division game.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that.
Imagine the player holding that tall ass dude's hand.
Exactly. He towered over whoever was behind him. Anyway,
so here are the surprises. I think there's some surprises here besides Germany. Sweden struggling right now in 3rd place because only the top 2, number 1, the group winner makes World Cup, and the team who comes in 2nd place goes to World Cup playoffs, or something like that, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's Slovakia. Who is?
Group J, if you haven't gotten there yet. North Macedonia topping the group.
Oh,
that's like the World Cup matchup I'm gonna get
over who?
It's gonna be North Macedonia versus like Burkina Faso. that's the first game you get.
This is where we're going back to one of those random games that I don't want to go to.
Turkey is a surprise struggle. Ireland.
I don't know. Was huge. That game. That was a huge upset. Who did they play again?
Which one? Turkey.
Turkey got upset by. Hold on. Did you put it in the? You put it in there.
I think I saw that.
I did.
I think I saw the scoreline for that.
6-0 Spain.
Oh, and they're not even that.
0.
Was it Georgia?
It was the smackdown. Yeah.
And that's the thing is like Turkey's not that bad to take 6 goals.
Yeah,
like
it makes you scared.
What's going on here?
I mean, Spain is looking like
everybody hypes up Spain. Everybody hypes up Spain in the World Cup qualifiers, but when it comes to the World Cup, they just collapse.
Except for that one they won.
And then the Euros.
Except for the one they won, exactly.
Yeah, that was the first World Cup I ever watched. I have so many Spain jerseys from then, and they won the Euros last year, and it was
Like,
dominant.
I seen this team collapse in 2006, 2002,
Oh, yeah.
1998.
Yep.
Like, and they actually they got beaten by like African teams that were beating their first European opponent. That was the crazy part.
Well, okay, you brought up a collapse. I guess this is out of order, and I want to go back to Europe.
Okay.
But I forgot to mention, can you believe Venezuela? All they needed was just for everything to happen the way it should, right? Just happen the way it should.
Bro.
And Bolivia's like, nah, fuck that, dog. I'm beating Brazil.
Nah, bro.
What?
Dude.
Did we finish Euros?
We're coming back. We're coming back.
Okay, because there's a shocker. There's
Right.
a shocker we haven't even talked about yet.
Here's the thing about Bolivia, bro. And this is the crazy thing about Bolivia, that they'll take your team and they'll take you to the upper atmosphere stadium that they have in the Andes, and they'll beat you down.
Yep.
All right. They have literally beaten a Messi team up there, and then not just by 2-1, like 5-2. Like, we lost Serena.
She'll be back.
But and that's the thing, is that playing in Bolivia is rough, man. Like, you're talking about like upper atmosphere, low oxygen, and you're gonna take a Brazilian team there, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna work these guys out. I saw the scoreline too. I saw the group before the game. I'm like, holy crap! Everybody else is qualified, and Bolivia and Venezuela are gonna duke it out for the playoff spot.
That would have been cool,
Like,
man. But dude, Brazil, nobody's talking about it. Brazil finished like 5th. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Brazil is not
Brazil. Brazil's going through a generational like change right now.
Oh God, I remember when they used to think like the Dunga years were like a
No,
generational
bro,
shift.
they're going past the Neymar years, and they're going into like something new now. Like, I have no idea what it is.
And who is that?
New.
The Richarlison
I have no
bunch?
idea
You know?
exactly. I have no
Richarlisons?
idea what it is.
And,
Like right now, Argentina's gonna be
Like
Argentina.
a rebuild that's never been seen before.
Right.
No one's ever did.
all right, James.
You're gonna hear about this. Yeah, go ahead.
Who else in UEFA was that big surprise?
No, you guys already covered it.
Who?
North Macedonia.
Macedonia.
Yeah. But Wales. Wales also.
Yeah, Wales.
Missing. I mean, because North of Macedonia is in control right now. Belgium right behind them. Wales not making it would be a big surprise. I love that Poland and the Dutch are in control. Croatia and the Czech makes sense. Faroe Islands, Montenegro, Gibraltar. Really, what? The Serbia. That's another one.
Big upset.
What big upset?
Serbia might miss.
Oh,
Good.
Wait, didn't Serbia lose
Bosnia.
recently?
Bosnia in our qualification position. Yeah, Serbia lost.
oh wow. So Bosnia is, dude. It's
yeah.
Bosnia could be in. Serbia could be out.
That would be kind of
That's
wild.
crazy. Especially, it would be.
And Serbia plays their next match in October is against Albania, so that'll be fun.
Oh,
They're neighbors. They're neighbors, by the way.
They're
You know that,
neighbors,
right?
but
Are
they're
they
angry
neighbors?
neighbors. They're angry
and
neighbors.
Yeah, and Bosnia famously has
don't.
a tiny little sliver connected to the Adriatic Sea, and then all the others. So basically, they're almost like cut off from the Adriatic Sea because otherwise they're all interior landborne, right next to Serbia.
Wasn't it the last time that Serbia
is beautiful?
Wasn't it last time that Serbia and Albania played that somebody flew a drone with a freaking like a whole map or something?
I
forgot about
that. Oh.
Every time Serbia and Albania play, something happens. I'm surprised they let them play.
I might actually watch that game. I want to see I want to see the spiciness of it.
The whole area, Croatia, Serbia,
Just gotta get Kosovo in there, and you'll have it all.
Albania, North Macedonia.
Man,
and
that's
Bosnia
Serbia is almost always the aggressor, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the geopolitics at light geopolitics.
But can I just say
Alexander
also,
the Great.
Speaking of geopolitics, though, I won't get too much into it, but the Israel-Italy game, I didn't watch it, but I looked at the score afterwards, and I was like, what happened? It was 4-5, and I think 7 of the total goals were scored by Italy, because like half of the Israel goals were own goals.
Yeah, Italy scored 2 own goals, which is
so they couldn't.
Insane.
They wanted more goals, so they scored their own goal.
Dude, I just don't understand Italy. I just don't understand them. Since
I don't either.
Ever since they missed that World Cup, they've been stumbling. Like they haven't.
Which one? They missed 2.
Nobody has right the ship. Nobody has right the ship.
No, nobody can figure it out, man.
Yeah.
Where are they in qualifying right now? Are they in?
They're second to Norway.
Oh.
Yeah, they're second to Norway.
Oh,
they're beating Israel, Estonia, and Moldova.
Yeah.
Is that Norway-Italy game happening anytime in the near future? Because that would be
that's gonna be a
to
good
watch.
game. Erling Haaland versus the Italian defense.
No, it's in November.
Damn.
Oh,
It's
not too
November. But I want it now.
See, this is why I like the fun World Cup qualifier. There's just so much nostalgia on this around this time period.
It's so much fun, and usually at this point we're having panic attacks about the U.S. I mean,
at this point,
yeah, it's so relaxing. Yeah.
Usually in November is like the last day of World Cup qualifiers across the board, and at this point in September, you're starting to see which teams might make it. We're close to that period.
Mm-hmm.
Next month kind of decides what teams made it and who's left.
Man,
so,
there's going to be some interesting playoffs, and with the 48 teams, like I felt like
is 48 happening?
I thought 32 was the perfect number that felt right, but the one positive is seeing people you don't normally get to see, right? Like,
well, let me ask you guys this: is 48 going to be the new norm now?
Yes.
Because if they keep the same format, that means that Concacaf is going to have 6 spots.
Oh my God, if we get 6 spots, I'm going to be so rocked up, man. That's going to be so much fun.
Oh, dude, because like I'm not even sold on Canada anymore. I think Canada, after this generation is done, that's it. Like, that's it.
I don't know.
Canada, after this generation is done.
James
like, they're
was
gonna go back
all
to playing
on board
hockey.
with Canada. What do you have to say about that, James?
I don't know. I think that they're going to build on it.
They're going to build out of 2 MLS teams.
Well,
You're
who
right.
was that hit that free kick? Was that Laren or whoever?
Some random guy. I looked at the name. I'm like, I don't recognize that guy.
Oh, I forget. I don't know. I thought it was. I just saw it in passing, but somebody hit a crazy free kick for Canada, and they're
Derek Cornelius to beat Wales.
I don't know who Cornelius is. You guys know who that is?
Yes, that name is
Derek
familiar.
Cornelius.
I believe he's an MLSer, right? Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Or he plays in a Canadian Pro League.
No, they shut that shit
Or
down.
Forge.
Sounds like a character from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Derek Cornelius.
Cornelius. Sounds like a made-up name.
He plays for Rangers.
Oh, he plays for Rangers. Oh.
You know how I told you about the Caribbean teams looking for anybody
He
that
played
has
for Whitecaps. He played for Vancouver. 2019 to 2022.
It's all coming together now. Okay. It is all coming together.
It's all coming back to me.
I'm very familiar with the Vancouver roster from 2015.
All right. So does anybody else have anything else before we do a fire segment? This was one giant, large segment. Who knows how I'm going to edit this thing up?
I got the Gatorade Gate, if you guys want to hear that.
Yes, let's hear this story.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
I have no idea what this is.
Okay. So this is something that I kind of, for whatever reason, they brought this up on, on the game from Honduras. Well, I don't even know how I saw it somewhere. So they made a reference to what I call Gatorade Gate. So back in May 19th of 1992, there was a Olympic qualifiers, which some of you guys are familiar with. And the matchup was Honduras versus USA. San Pedro Sula, May 19th, 1992, and during the daytime, it wasn't going to be a night game. So if anybody's been to the tropics and that kind of weather condition, the tropical weather condition, it's humid, it's hot, the sun is burning. Feels like Chicago, like in the dead heat of summer, but worse. Honduras was winning 3-1 that game. And it's hot as hell. All right. By this time, the U.S. players were out of energy. That kind of heat would just kill you. Would just kind of drain whatever energy you have, especially if you're working out and running around after a ball. So what the U.S. players did, or what the U.S. national team or U23 team had in their hand, was Gatorade, which was a total alien concept to anyone, at least at that point, anyone out, in the rest of the world, specifically in Honduras.
Okay,
they had no idea what Gatorade was. Had no idea what Gatorade was. These guys are, the Honduran the Honduran U23. All they had was water and little bags. That's it. The American players, they show up with Gatorade. They go to halftime. Honduras is leading 3-1. The U.S. players get their Gatorade. They drink it up. They go on the field, and they beat Honduras 3-4.
Dang.
Wow.
They came back.
Oh, is that
they
not
came back
somewhere? Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet it is.
They beat Honduras after a Gatorade halftime drink, and ever since then, I think Honduras might have Gatorade in the locker room now for whatever reason.
I thought you were gonna tell me like they put methamphetamines in the Gatorade or some shit.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. And the crazy thing about it is that they bring it up and they criticize like the federation for like, how is it that you're making players drink only water when you have U.S. players drinking Gatorade?
That's crazy.
So now. Last time I went to Honduras, they were advertising the crap out of Powerade. So, and there was Gatorade too. So
they've got their own.
This is a
and
totally
I think at one point they might have. Yeah, this is a totally untapped market, exactly. But yeah, that's to me that's mind blowing, and the fact that they think that probably did Gatorade was the catalyst behind the U.S. comeback for that game. 4-3 boys.
Was.
The electrolytes and the rehydration was so great that the
exactly
US came back and beat Honduras.
I get it. San Pedro Sula in May is hot as hell. Like, oh my God, you can't even breathe. Humidity is up to 100. The weather's like 90 something every day.
Oh.
When it rains, it dries up within an hour. So it's the tropical weather. It's the steamy weather. Like, to me, it's mind-blowing. You have people wearing jeans and long-sleeve shirts in that kind of weather.
Oh, yeah, right.
And they're not even sweating, So the fact that the U.S.,
crazy
adapted, brought their own Gatorade, made things happen, hey, that's a footnote in history for Gatorade.
On that absolute unforgettable note, James, what should they do with that like button?
Take it, tickle it. We'll catch you right back here on Enemies of the Fire.
Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We are here, and we're down James, by the way. Say goodnight to James. Anyway, we are here to talk about the Chicago Fire, but before we do, we completely forgot of a huge topic that we wanted to bring up. Serena is a huge Bayer Leverkusen supporter, as you should all already know at this point, and they just hired a coach. Girl, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I am not. I mean, I can try and pronounce his name. He's Danish. His name is Kasper Ullmund. Danish pronunciation is crazy, so that's probably like nowhere near correct. But he honestly, he's sort of a random choice. I'm not happy or unhappy with it because I just don't really know that much about him. I know he coached another Bundesliga team, Mainz, 5 years ago, and it didn't seem like it went super well. But then he's been the head coach of the Danish national team for a while, like for the last, honestly, between then, so like 5 years, I think. So I honestly, I could see it working well in the sense that to coach a national team, I think like we were talking about earlier, even you have to get a bunch of random guys together and who've never really played before, or they might not have played together, and just kind of make them fit and make something happen. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening with Leverkusen right now, because they also are all brand new guys and they don't really know how to play together at all. So hopefully he can translate those skills that he took from the Danish national team and translate that to Leverkusen. And I have also just heard that he's kind of like he's flexible tactically, which I think will work with Leverkusen. I mean, just Xabi Alonso was so strict tactically. He had like his style and his thing, and he wasn't going to let anyone mess with that. Ten Hag also seemed like me. I mean, obviously a lot of things wrong there, but one of them I think was that he was also pretty strict about his tactics and how he wanted to set things up. So hopefully this is just a little bit more relaxed and more flexible.
So
I'm hopeful.
So you're hopeful. Now, the flex. So you brought up before, this was through the group chat. You were kind of happy that it was kind of a no name because the Ten Hag circus around it all. So
yeah.
Is it like I get that it didn't succeed at Mites, but I guess in theory, right? There's a difference between coaching or managing a team and then managing a team with financial constraints, and then managing a team in a league with financial constraints, and all the way down the line, right? So like somebody's tactics might not have worked somewhere where they couldn't afford somebody who could do what he wanted to do, but when they play, at a place like Bayer Leverkusen where they're not going to spend the most, but they're going to spend a respectable amount. That's when you have to hit on who the players are and your tactics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
there's it's worth giving it a try, man. Like you know how to manage a first division locker room, right? That's a big deal. Like we kind of discredit, I think, when we talk about managers, the ability to just functionally do the job, period. Right? The filling out of the paperwork, the functionally like getting a practice scheduled, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a part
leading
of the
a practice.
Too.
Yeah, leading a bunch of young kids.
Is this how Chelsea fans felt back in the early 2000s when they signed a no-name Mourinho to manage the team?
Everybody's a no-name until they're a name.
Oh, yeah. It is just
I think Mourinho was like an assistant manager at Porto or something.
Yeah. Well, and actually the assistant manager, so this guy Kasper's assistant manager for Denmark was also Xabi Alonso's assistant manager, and apparently he's the one who told Xabi Alonso to take Leverkusen deal or something like that. So there's some ties, yeah, which is good. Yeah,
because it's funny, like being fans of the Fire. You want like a tie to the old club, but then that old club also was not very successful either. So it's like a balancing act. You want people like a network around the club. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Looking forward to it. Where do they sit in the Bundesliga right now?
Yeah.
Or do you know?
They've only played 2 games, so I'm not even gonna say where they sit. It's not good.
Bottom of the league, relegation battle.
Like solidly mid-table right now. But again, it's been two matches.
So who's on the top of the league? Who's on the top of the table?
Frankfurt, Bayern, Köln. Honestly, weirdly,
wow,
is up there. They were literally just promoted. So that's probably gonna. I mean. It actually looked really good, so I don't know how they're doing that. But
two games in.
Yeah, exactly. 2 games in, international break. But Leverkusen do play Frankfurt on Friday, which is actually unfortunate because I'm going to be at a Cubs game, so I'm going to have to be watching on my phone while the Cubs are playing. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, it's going to be a big test. Frankfurt is really strong, and they've got great management, and they've got good players. Even after selling their best players for millions and millions of dollars to the Premier League, they've got new good players in, and it's kind of an unfortunate opponent to have with like for your first game with a new coach, but we'll see
Best of luck to them, because I don't want to see misery, man, out of Serena. That's not what I want. I don't want Serena in misery.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
Speaking of, no, so let's transition smoothly over to the Chicago Fire. Now, DPG, You have not been here in 2 weeks. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I can't believe we didn't even say anything. Like now, finally in person. Congratulations on the birth of your third child.
We said it all the other episodes though.
Yeah, we said it in the
thank you.
episodes. We told him like in the group chat, but we didn't like. Oh my God! Anyway, so you haven't been here, and Serena and I were talking very much last week about how like this was the first of this season of the Greg Berhalter era, a must-win game. Right? It was a must-win game, and son of a bitch, did they not come out instantly and look amazing?
They look pretty good. I watched that game.
So DPG, where were we?
Yes.
They looked really good, didn't they?
They did, actually. Up until like the second half where they let 2 goals in and made things a little tighter.
I could not. I couldn't believe the second, like the very end of the game. So we had it again. We had all these people. I mean, at that point, it was kind of later and a few people still out. We were on our deck. We had the TV up. I'd been following. I saw all the goals. I saw feeling really good. 2 minutes in, we got this great goal, like awesome, whatever. Then at like 9 minutes in, another goal, feeling good. And then, I'm talking to people and hanging out. And I look over and I see Omar Gonzalez just kick somebody in the face. And I'm like, awesome.
The human embodiment.
I gotta admit, he has to be like a petty sign. Like Greg probably said, you know what, this is your last year. I'll give you a contract. Just hang out in the locker room.
No, his role was to play as much as he's playing, but like to be a little bit better at that. And there are guys who can and are better at that, and it just, you know what, it just is over for Omar, and it sucks when you see it over for an athlete.
I
feel bad for him, but it really is like we controlled. Like, we look so good the whole game. You can't just be like messing up the flow and giving up that goal that easily for something not like it really just wasn't necessary at all. And obviously that's never necessary, and that is always the case. But especially when, we were controlling the game and we were looking so good, to just kind of have that. We're lucky it didn't happen earlier, because I think it would have messed up the whole flow of everything.
Well, the only reason he came in is because Sam Rogers got hurt again, which this was his first game back in God knows how long, and then boom, hurt again. And so, like, thankfully, that came late.
A positive though is that Chris Brady came in clutch.
Yes.
Blocking that last.
Seriously though, I was like, I've seen this story before. I don't even want to watch. But then
I was like, oh my god, he saved it. We're not gonna walk out with a draw.
No, they were so clutch the whole game that like the Omar debacles were just, because even like when the first one happened, it was like, ha 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 ha, this is still in the bag. And then the second one happened, it was like, oh no,
oh shit, we're back. Who do the Fire play next now?
NYCFC. We have NYCFC next. So, but before we get there, hold on. I mean, like, this also ties into the original conversation of the night. Matt Turner is not good anymore. Like, Matt Turner.
That first goal, I was like, what are you doing, buddy?
Dude, thank you.
The ball for Bamba to score.
Yeah, thank you for Bamba's confidence, and thank you for that. We needed that. But boy, was that a howler. Like, my goodness. Now, I don't know what else you really could have done, because Bamba is a talented player. But, like, I don't know, force him around you and, or something.
It really, it was just, I felt bad for him because it was bad timing. He just clearly thought that Bamba was going to shoot it up, and so he jumped. But he jumped so high that it really, when you watch it, it looks like he's jumping to get out of the way for Bamba.
Whoa!
Like, he literally, the timing is just so perfect. You're like,
so Matt Turner is going the way of Guzan. Just not.
Yeah.
It's fallen off, man. So Guzan,
the national team.
the only thing I will push back with Guzan is Guzan was an amazing player. Just Tim Howard was an even better. Now, by the time it truly became Guzan time, he was already past it. But he is still good though. When you watch him, I've seen him many times because I also saw him play at
Red Bulls once a few years ago and sat like right behind the goal. And I think maybe I've told this story to you before, but there was this, it was in New York. And so there was this real New York accent guy sitting right near us. And he was just heckling Guzan the whole time. Like, hey, Guzan, like, you know, you suck. You can't catch a ball if you're the other team's blindfolded. Guzan, like, you pick up Social Security. Like, the whole game.
You know who I used to say that about? That
amazing saves.
There was a goalkeeper back in the early 2010s. He played for Kansas City, and this man looked like he was 80 years old, gray hair.
What? Kevin Hartman?
No, not Kevin Hartman. It was Nielsen for Kansas City. You ever get a chance, look him up.
I will. I don't remember this man, and I should.
He looked ancient. And I'm like, how old is this guy? But yeah, that's okay. That guy. Oh my god.
So back to the game real quick.
Yeah.
Our brand new signing Franco had 2 assists after looking very terrible in like 10 minutes the week before. Really had a strong showing. Getting real excited. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And honestly, it wasn't even just the assist that made. And again, I wasn't like sitting down and watching the game. I had it on, but from what I was seeing, it wasn't even just the fact that he was assisting. It was like every time, or a lot of the times that he could have lost the ball or lost possession, he didn't. Like, he held on to it, and I feel like that's something that a lot of our players don't have, and it does end up messing up our flow a lot of the time when, and they always say it during the games, but like the transition moments are key for the Fire, because those are the moments where we get scored on. Keeping possession in those moments is obviously going to help that, and I think he did a really good job with that.
Wow.
Not only that, too, is that he pulls.
Go ahead.
He pulls defenders away from Zinc, because now he is another threat that they have to be aware of. So when you have Bamba, Zinc, and then you have Kuipers roaring around, that's. You only got 4 or 5 defenders, good luck trying to double team Zinc and then double team, Franco. And then who's going to be watching Bombo or Kuipers?
Yeah. And that Zinc goal was exactly that. Like, if you actually watch Zinc's goal, it's not that good, but like the shot wasn't that hard. It was kind of like he just kind of kicked it towards the goal. But because Franco had done such a good job both assisting and kind of pulling everybody else off him, it was just wide open, and it worked out perfectly.
So, you know what I'm starting to see, and you guys can call me a crazy person, but Serena, I think, brought it up, how well Franco held onto the ball, how good his ball skills are, how you're not going to dispossess him so easily. I don't know if the numbers back me up on this, but I feel like Avila is very much a player like that too. I feel like it's very hard to get the ball off him. And despite my sadness of Orahel getting a lot less minutes, I have a feeling I see the vision. I don't know if you guys remember, because Serena's not the biggest U.S. fan, but remember the MMA midfield for the U.S. team? Musa, McKennie, and Adams?
Yeah, it didn't work out well.
Oh, I thought it worked out rather well, but I see...
It worked out well for like a year or two.
Yeah, but so what I'm seeing is the MMA midfield in Guti... Guti, Franco, and Avila. Right? Guti's the
I don't know about
Musa
Guti.
further.
Guti's the man.
I would say
Guti's the man out.
He looked good this game too, though, and he's looked good.
He looked good. No, he looked good. Guti looked good, but I think either Greg is experimenting with Franco to see if he might go for an attack in midfield and sell Guti, because Franco would. Or light a fire him, because Franco was pulling the string, man. 2 assists, second game. Like, if you wanted to make a statement, there's your statement.
Well, see, I'm thinking that's what I'm saying is Franco was playing more of like what Weston McKennie used to do for the U.S. So what Guti is doing, what Musa did, Franco's doing what McKennie did, and Avila's back there to be our Tyler Adams. At least that's what I'm starting to see. I mean, I could be a crazy person.
I would like to see Avila bulk up a little bit,
yeah,
he can transform into a destroyer.
He could. I mean, I think he's bigger than you think. I think he's.
I was gonna say he's already pretty big.
It might be like a Haaland with me thing. Like he's not.
Yeah.
His height kind of get like.
He's just lanky. Like he has long.
That's probably what it is. I see him as lanky, but maybe I'm probably misjudging him because he was shrugging off like tackles. Like he was just kind of like.
It's. Remember how rough it was at the beginning? He just kind of felt like, wait a second, I'm better than you. Why are you taking the ball from me?
Yeah.
And now he's like got the skill and the hard work. Like, oh, okay, MLS is at this level, right? So it's interesting, man. It's really exciting. Like, and and I guess I'll throw this to both of you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Just jumping in, Guti did have an assist. So
he did.
He did.
I'm telling you,
he did.
We're set. We're set, baby. We're set.
We just gotta find a way. To start beating like the top 3 teams.
Yeah, we just gotta play New England Revolution every time. That's
that's the key. That's the key.
Oh man, who was? Oh, you know who was there? Omsberg.
Oh, really?
And because Omsberg plays for the Revs, and it's funny because after the game, he was being crowded around by a bunch of fire players. And by the way, Omsberg's an awesome dude. I got a chance to talk to him.
Doesn't Polster still play for the Revs?
Oh, that's another one.
I remember hating Omsberg, honestly, when he was with the Fire. I remember thinking every time he came on, I was like, why?
He was Mr. You know what? He was Mr. Bad Luck, man. He worked real hard, and real bad things happened around him.
Yeah, the problem was that the season that he was doing really well, like he was really good, he got hurt, and then that took him out for most of the season. And during that time, I actually got a chance to talk to him one of these Fire events, and the dude was like, it's like 9:30, and this is like a nighttime event. And the guy's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave, man. I gotta work out tomorrow. Like he was dedicated. Like he said, I'm not gonna stick around.
I'm like bare minimum, but okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm leaving. I'm not drinking and hanging out.
I'm leaving.
Oh,
I'm out of here.
One thing I'll say about Sam Rogers too. This is what I was wondering. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but back on Sam Rogers, I do wonder. I always just feel like when a player comes back from injury and then gets injured again, I'm like, is that just bad? Was it bad squad management? Like, was he not fully fit and he was pressured? Like, I don't understand why he was brought in if it you know.
I think a lot of it too, it's on the player themselves, because like again, these guys are professionals.
I'm fine.
Yeah, these guys are professionals. They don't want to stay out too long because, obviously then people forget about them. And they might just say, okay, I'm not fully healed, but I'm just gonna jump back in. It's kind of like a situation I mentioned earlier with David Ruiz, the kid from Inter Miami. Like the kid came in like an 80-something minute in the Honduras game, and by the minute 85, he was on the sideline. Like he had a leg injury, and he had just come out of injury too. So again, a lot of it has to do with the player themselves. Maybe they're not fully ready, and maybe they're just forcing it. Like, hey, I'm just gonna.
Well, if I feel like this, I feel like Sam Rogers honestly is the biggest victim of timing. I don't know if you remember the last time he got hurt, but he rushed back from yet another injury, and it was because we hadn't even signed Cups yet. Like Tehran was hurt. Like it was a desperation time. We needed him, and then. Because, I think Berhalter wants Rodgers and Elliott to play together. But we've also now signed this new guy who didn't get to play this past week who, I mean, do we just throw him to the Wolves? Do we play Cups? Omar Gonzalez? What do we do here? The defense is worrying.
Yeah. Wait, is he going to play next game?
Are we talking about the U21 player?
No, because we signed a center back in the.
You mean the Canadian?
Waterman.
Waterman, yeah.
Oh, he's with the Canadian national team.
Yeah, but that shit's over now.
Well, he should be back by next game. Yeah, he should be back by next game. I am kind of interesting if he's getting called up by the Canadian team. There might be something there. I mean, I get it that he came from Montreal, the worst team, but there might be something there that he keeps getting call-ups.
Well, I mean, I hope you're right. I don't know. His team didn't seem too like the fans didn't see. They were like, "Oh, you see ya."
Bye.
Yeah, they're like, bye, but good luck with the Canadian national team.
It doesn't look like he didn't start. He did come in. He came in during their games though.
Hey, you know
He
what?
did play.
Get your minutes. Get your minutes.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have players on the national team, so we can't really talk.
No, very true. You're not wrong. 1,000%.
I'm still waiting for Chris Brady to get called up.
Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no.
And a meaningful game, not like some bullshit, third string goalkeeper tournament.
Well, talking about that, the guy who plays goal for the U.S., we're going to play next week here when we take on NYCFC. But I think Chris Brady is better. I think he's better. Like, I think Chris Brady is the
goalkeeper? Who's the goalkeeper for NY?
Matt Freese.
Matt Freese.
Oh yeah.
The thing about Matt Freese is, from what I've seen, and I haven't seen like a ton of his games, but like even just with the U.S. team, he has games where you're like, wow, this guy's so good. Like the Japan game, he looked so good. He was making like great punchaways and like looking really good. And then he has games where you're just like, this is like a average to below average guy. He just feels really hot and cold to me, at least from what I've seen. So I feel like we just gotta hope that he'll be kind of coming off that high, national team high, winning, being like, performing well there, and maybe he'll just be like, oh well, now I can drop the ball and it's only the fire. Hopefully,
hopefully we want this one. We definitely want this one. So hold on. Do we want to talk about something controversial before we talk about the upcoming game here?
Well, what do you got in mind?
So DPG kind of alerted me to something that I didn't pay much attention of. But Hispanic Heritage Night and the Hispanic Heritage, like, what would you, merch drop? Would you call it that? Right? So they sent out an email and they're like, hey, supporters, we want Hispanic people to be in the ad campaign, X, Y, and Z. And I sent it to DPG and I was like, dude, this is Ride the Crib. Come by and say hey and go do this. And he was like, that's not really Hispanic Heritage Night. It's conflated with Mexican Heritage Night. Has that always been the case with the Fire? Like,
as long as I've been a Fire supporter, it's always kind of been that case. Like around this time, at least I remember a couple of years ago, they did the whole Sugar Skull thing for like Hispanic Heritage Month. But like, they only do that in Mexico. They don't do that anywhere else in Latin America.
Oh, so you guys don't do that badass Day of the Dead thing?
We do. I think they might do Day of the Dead, but not with the Sugar Skulls and stuff like that. I don't even think they do Day of the Dead over there.
Okay.
So it's like it's not really it doesn't feel like Hispanic Heritage Month. It feels more like Mexican Heritage Month, which is I'm cool with it. September 15th, that's their, or September 16th, that's their Independence Day. That's cool, but like, and by all means, if you want to go that route, you can go Mexican Heritage Month. That's cool with me. I think a lot of it too is just don't conflate the two, and then just turn it into something else, But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
That's interesting. I had never given thought to that because obviously it's not for me, right? So like I never really.
That's what I was saying when they showed the merch. I'm like, why? If this is supposed to be Hispanic Heritage Month, why is there a scorpion on the shirt? Like, yeah. I'm sure they have scorpions in Latin America, but like it's mostly traditionally, focus on the like Mexican heritage where they have scorpions more prominent because obviously it's in the desert and they have some desert in there. So yeah. So I'm like, okay, so this is not really Hispanic Heritage Month. It's more or less, like Mexican Heritage Month. But again, which I'm cool with it, but it is what it is.
It is what it. Yeah, no, it was just something that I hadn't noticed, and I'm sure, I'm sure other people have noticed, right, that are a part of different communities. So I just thought it was interesting. It was something I had not thought about. All right, well, I mean. Let's keep it moving then. So what I've been looking this whole time we've been talking. I've been looking down at my phone at the lineup for NYCFC. I don't know any of these people. I don't know nobody. Who are these people? Like who?
Well, they got that Costa Rican guy. They got more. Was it Morales? Isn't there?
Yeah, Maxi Morales. Okay, I know Maxi Morales and Josh Freeze, or I didn't even not Josh. What's this guy?
Josh Freeze.
What's his
No,
name?
they also
Josh.
got Alonso Martinez.
Okay, enlighten me. I'm not sure about.
He's
who that
actually
is.
coming. He's coming back from the Costa Rican national team.
Okay. It just
Okay.
and I don't mean to like talk shit. I just really don't know. And they're in the place in front of us, right?
He has 14 goals right now.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, they are. We have to beat them. They're 2 points ahead of us.
Yeah, they are directly
So
in front of us.
I think that these are all 6-point games. All of these.
Yeah,
we gotta win. We gotta take the.
We don't have it. Do we have any against NY or Red Bull for the rest of the season? I don't think so. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't think so.
We need Columbus and Miami and even Orlando to lose for we can have a chance to like
do something
we win
stupid.
On Saturday. We went on Saturday. We're at 45. Because the rest of the table, you have Columbus at 46, Miami's at 46, Orlando's at 47, and then Nashville is 50. So
really, yeah, like if everything goes right, we could get to 5th. If everything goes wrong, we could get to we're probably gonna finish.
Gonna stay at 9.
Yeah. Well, if things
like
go wrong, we'll finish 10.
Last game of the season table. Yeah, there's a lot of points up for grabs.
There are
in slots 5 through 9. Yeah.
There are. I still believe
we're only 8 points away from even third place is only 50 and we're at 42 right now.
Yeah, but those teams win.
Remember, we still got to visit. We still have
the gap is not huge. Is my point.
No, it's a
we
tight
still got to
race.
visit. So we still got to visit Miami
Correct.
at the end of the month.
We
still got a game against Minnesota. In Minnesota, and we're actually hosting We're hosting Columbus.
That's a beatable Columbus team right now. That's a beatable team. Connor, don't
and you guys want it? Yeah, and you want it? And you guys want us to play New England again? That's the last game of the season.
I'm gonna be there.
Oh,
I'm going.
That'll be awesome. Oh my God. When we make the playoffs, I'm gonna need you to be drunk and annoying to every New England fan around you.
Oh yeah, I will be. I always am.
Oh man, dude, DPG. Okay, so Serena and I have been very positive these last 2 weeks about the Fire's chances of making the playoffs. How do you feel?
I think a lot of it has to do how. So the hardest teams that we're gonna face here is Minnesota, Columbus, and Miami. If we can survive, at least try to get 3 or 4 points out of those 3 games, we should be okay. Because the schedule kind of lightens up a little bit. We're hosting Toronto as the last home game, and then afterwards we're going to New England. You know, as of right now, it looks like there should be 6 points. So, which could actually potentially put us in 7th place at least. We can actually get out of the 8th or 9th. You know,
I'm sensing positivity here.
But we got to survive the trial under fire. You know, with Columbus, with Miami, and even Minnesota.
Minnesota's in second in the West, by the way.
Yeah, we kind of have to go back to that whole a good away team mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, do we really though? Hold on. If we win against New York City tomorrow, Saturday, and we win at New England at the end of the season, that's 6 points right there. I mean, are these teams around us going to get more than 6 points?
I mean, the whole point of like trying to get to 7th and 8th, you want to stop Miami. You want to prevent Columbus from getting any more points. Because those are the 2 teams that are sitting on 7th and 6th.
Correct.
Is Columbus and Miami. So you want to get as many points.
Oh shit! Though, hold on.
Who are all of those? Yeah.
No, Miami has only played 25 games.
Yep.
They are way off the pace here. Does Miami pick up a lot of points or no? Are they in the free fall with the 3-game match ban from Suarez? Which was that enough for
So
both
they're
of you?
they're playing Charlotte. They are playing Seattle. Other than that, it's not looking too tough, to be honest.
Yeah, those are 2 tough games though, because Charlotte is on
those
fire, and Seattle's in 4th in the West.
So, yeah. And you know what? It's probably 50-50 hard games and probably easy. They're playing Toronto and New England as well.
How is Toronto not eliminated already? Or Atlanta?
And they're playing DC. So yeah, honestly, half of their games are hard and half of their games are super easy.
We'd be in 5th place in the West, by the way.
The East is tough. I remember a time when the West was a much harder conference than the East.
The mid 2010s was the West.
Yeah, the West was like dominating. Now the East is like the one to beat.
It's usually been the East, man. It's mostly been the East. We just lived through that one period when like even San Jose was good.
Seattle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
San
Jose, Seattle,
and LA team. Chivas
Kansas
was winning
City
games.
Chivas,
Kansas City. Yeah, I mean you had wild teams.
Tom Dwyer, Kansas City.
I love Serena just sent in the group chat a nice little chart. I love those kind of charts.
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need that right now, like with all the math about if this person loses, this is what happens. Like here are all the possible outcomes for the Fire making the playoffs.
You're right. We do. We need that for the Fire. Like I don't know. You know what's funny is like the next dude in 2 weeks we might have a really clear picture of like, oh my God, just win one more game. You know, like who knows?
Yeah.
So
decision day, bro. Yeah. Decision day is gonna be looking pretty interesting this year.
The last
I'm feeling confident.
I think so too. I mean,
I am feeling confident that we're making the playoffs. I would like to be in 7th or 8th instead of 8 and 9 or 10, because 9 and 10 is like a one-off game and that's it.
It is.
It's not gonna really feel.
But if I would say this is, in theory, the idea and what we expect out of Berhalter is, who cares? 9th, 8th, 7th, whatever.
Are we still doing that crazy playoff thing where we're playing the best out of 3 or?
Yes. Okay. Apple demands more games. They will devour more souls. More games.
Jesus.
But no, so
that's actually a good format. That'll keep us alive.
I mean, God, it's too many games.
More opportunities, yeah.
The best MLS ever was the one and done. Just that was, oh boy, that was wild times, man. But no, I'll say this. I'm very like Greg Berhalter next year needs to be in 4, 5, 6 territory all season, right? So this year I don't care, 9, 7, 8, whatever, right? But it's got to get better next year. So I guess I'll ask both of you this. Serena, does this get better next year? Or do people like bounce and we make a lot of bad moves? Or like, is this going to go the way we all hope? Like, is Greg Berhalter actually building something here?
I think he is. I mean, nothing that he's done has indicated that the former is going to. I feel like he's committed and he'll do what it takes. I mean, Franco and all like these guys we just got like yesterday. I feel like he's building something.
All right, fair. DPG, are you still believing in the Greg Berhalter experiment?
I think I am actually, because this season was more or less kind of an experimental season for him. He was probably trying to check out what he has available to him. Don't be surprised if this winter he starts cleaning house a little bit. He starts letting go of guys that probably didn't fit his system, and we start getting new guys in that might work better with the system. One area that I would like to see improvement on is the center back role. Like, give me someone that can be commanding and can provide some leadership on that back line.
Yeah.
We
all want that.
They're definitely not figured out. Yeah.
Well, we all want that, but do we have the money for it? Look at where all our money is.
Well, that's the thing, is that a lot of our players right now, like a handful of players are on loan to us.
Well,
like
who's
Franco's on
starting?
loan.
Oh,
Franco's on loan. Yeah, Franco's a loan player.
Oh, it's a loan to buy though. Okay, he's a loan to buy.
Loan to buy. So we got Franco's on loan.
Kwame's on loan. He'll go back.
Kwame's on loan.
That didn't really work.
Because Avila we purchased, right?
Avila we purchased. Bomba we purchased.
Zinc.
Oh, Zinc we purchased. I think those might be the only two. I could have sworn I were missing more.
Another loan. Maybe the center back or not Waterman. Didn't we get a kid right back or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a U21
Barroso is
player.
Technically a loan, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Barroso's another loan.
Barroso.
So we got about 3 loan players that are going back. I don't think we're gonna keep Barroso. I don't think we're gonna keep. Obviously, we're not gonna keep Kwame. Franco.
I think Franco will buy for sure.
I mean, the price is right by all means, but I don't want them to go break the bank either.
Well, you can't make him a DP. You damn sure can't do that. But you got to buy him.
So you're gonna need somebody on the right side, unless you're planning on keeping Jonathan Dean again, and you also need an additional striker because, I get it. This what's his face? Crap, I always forget his name. Mr. Hat Trick, one game hat trick guy.
Barlow.
Oh,
yeah, Barlow. Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy that he got a hat trick, but I think Barlow's not the guy that you want coming off the bench for Kuipers.
Yeah.
No, that's got to be upgraded, man. Because Kuipers sometimes just they're like
he's burned out.
Well, he's not burned out. Well, maybe a little, but there's games where you need to take him off. Like you need another spark, and that's not the end of the world either. But all right, I think we have talked to people's ears off enough tonight. What are our predictions for Saturday? What do we think?
Can I just say also another reason the Gonzalez thing killed me is because I'm pretty sure I predicted a 3-1 win for the Fire in last episode, and we were winning 3-1 until fucking
Gonzalez with the karate kick.
I was like, God, that would have been the first time I had been right, but alas.
Oh, don't worry, you're never right. That's how predictions work.
Fair enough.
I'm predicting 2-1 Fire.
I was gonna say 2-1.
2-1. Who you guys got scoring the goals?
Kuipers, Franco. I think Franco gets on board.
There we go. Yeah, I agree.
Guti and Franco, 2-0. We are not giving it up. No, I take that back. Actually,
all right.
I will love a clean sheet.
You know what? I'm with you guys. It's 2-1. You're right. It's gonna be too hard. It's just too hard with that center back position, and just what sucks is who knows, man? Maybe in 2 years, Cups plays oh God, who was the Chelsea guy that went to Real Madrid? Can't even think of his goddamn name. But maybe he plays like Van Dijk, right? But just not yet. He's 16, and Rodgers is always hurt, and so it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. Anyway,
ladies
and gentlemen, if you made it this far, we absolutely love you. You are the kind of sicko that we love. DPG, what should they do with the like button?
Man, hit that like button and subscribe, man. Kick it out the park. Do whatever you have to do. Make magic happen.
Help us get to 500.
Oh, yeah.
Help us get to 500 subscribers. That's we're slowly marching towards 500. We'll put it that way. Anyway, for James. James was here for a hot minute. James is checked out in the moment. Don't worry about it. So for Serena, for DPG, I have been FC Neo Tokyo. Thank you all for enjoying our show. Peace.
Where the fuck you at?